probably the best morning show ever hit the atmosphere. Let's be clear, there's plenty others that do it B.I.G. But keeping it a buck though, none to get you up though like G&G. With all the news and real point of views you can use. Light and heavy topics we peruse, even a laugh or two. What you talking? Good morning, gang, be the issue. And take your friends and them, can and all. Come on in, tune in. You ain't gonna want them in state, and even the chosen haters, the haters, we end up being their favorite. Cause from 8 to 10, we get it in, believe that. I mean, from where else could you go when you were part of the show? Definitely GMG, cause when you show love, we show love back. First thing in the morning, we get you through, so after the yawning, wash up and wipe your face with your snacks and come on in, get comfy, but most importantly, in all caps, do, do. Hey, good morning to ye. Good morning to ye. It's Friday. Happy Friday, July the 11th, 2025. And it's your boy, Big Phil Speaks. And this is the Good Morning Gang Morning Show. Huh? Brought to you by myself and the good GMG, Good Money Gang. Listen, we are having at it and having at it as we should. Listen, if you're blessed there, you know it, clap your Lord. Listen, pause, fellas. Still no, Diddy. Understand something. We getting it in. We blessed. We here. You know, I'm coming off a little bit late. I changed directions. I was going to do one thing for this show today, and I decided to go another route, or whatever the case may be. But I definitely had to put on for the GMG, put on for this channel, and put on for my good peoples. Are you blessed? I know I am. Why? Because I'm able to inhale and exhale. Oh Lord. Oh, what a relief it is. Listen, if you blessed like I am, you know what I'm saying, live out your day to day as none other. Make today a purposeful, a profitable one, a peaceful one, one filled with passion. And make sure you're chasing your purpose, huh? But while you living out the day, there's some folks that didn't make it to see the day. Make sure you plan, plot, and strategize so that if you're so blessed to see tomorrow, that you make it an even better day than the day. That part. Listen, y'all know what it is. It's the Good Morning Gang Morning Show. Please share the live if you would. Share the live if you could. Listen, I'm in the building. I'm in the building. Listen, before I go through the roll call, y'all know what I like to say. I don't care if you at work, you heading out to work, you coming home from work, you're off of work, trying to find you some work, or you looking at that special someone, your boo boo bun thing, significant or insignificant other, or even your spouse, and you like, damn it, I'm ready to put in the work. Listen, the Good Morning Gang Morning Show gonna have you right ready. Listen, whom we got in the building? In the building this morning. Listen, we got the Berg in the building, Grand Rising, Polo Dolo riding solo from that good Kansas City way. Connie Baptiste, she's in the building. King Skills, salute. Tiffany, hey, Tiffany, I see you. Listen, Sibley Nay, she done came around the way talking about the. Listen, we in here, Nay, we in here. Peep Ski, Wagwan, Brethren, he in the building. Vino Go to West Side. Good morning to ye. Listen, who else we got up in here? Wavy Crockett, salute. What it do? What's good ain't like the mob, huh? Bree in the place to be. Yay. We in here. Who else in the building? Cozy Wigs, come on over to the good YouTube, huh? Come on over. Jawis 5 come on over to YouTube. Hopefully I said that right. Timo, Hollywood J, ain't nothing nice, Shine Boss. Y'all come on over to the good YouTube. Why don't you, huh? Listen, we gonna have at it this morning. Y'all see the name of the title. We had 266 of them things. 266 of them things. Title is I Call Cap. And I'm gonna tell you what I mean by that later on. I call cap and about a few number of things. I call a lot of cap. You hear me? Because it be people out here capping from your everyday average ordinary individuals, Joes and Joannas, up to your leading politicians and even those that are sitting in the White House and anything and everything in between. Is a lot of capping, or like we like to say from DC, a lot of welling, Slim, a lot of welling. Huh? We in the building. Fade away, la by la. Come on over to the good YouTube, huh? Star Show, I appreciate you for the repost. I see you in the building, huh? Listen, huh, ladies and gentlemen, where do I want to start? Where do I want to start? I'm gonna start off by saying, listen, do me a quick favor. Do me a quick favor. I don't be asking for a whole lot. Do your boy a favor. Give me the thumbs up for the thumbs up. Boop, while you at it. If you have not done so, or you just happen to come across this channel by accident or on purpose, hit that subscribe button for your boy. Boop, boop. More importantly, after you have done that, hit that notification bell, something like this. There, bing, so you be in the know whenever the Good Morning Gang morning show drops. What? Whenever Feel the Love Friday drops. What? Or anything else that I put on this good Big Phil Speaks channel. What? You be amongst the first to know. But when you hit that damn subscribe button, make sure, I mean, that notification bell, make sure on the drop down you hit all, because sometimes YouTube be tripping. And tonight, ladies and gentlemen, 8 to 10 is Feel the Love Fridays, Eastern Standard Time. That is. That's where the grown and the sexy talk, they talk. So make sure y'all get ready for that there, huh? Hey, Denix, what's going on? How you doing? Come on over to the good YouTube. Huh? Where do I want to start? Where do I want to start the show, huh? I started off like this. Something I've been wondering about for a good minute anyway. Given the technology of the machinery they got at the airports, and you stand your ass in it, and it, whoop, whoop, it scares your ass. Pause. Anyway, why the hell they making you take off the shoes? Well, it's being reported allegedly after 20 years, TSA quietly ends the shoe removal rule effective immediately. Effective immediately. Matter of fact, put on my alleged, because we're gonna talk about some things today. But yeah, they said no, you ain't got to take your shoes off no more, huh? And I was always wondering why, because if they could X-ray you and see shit up in your bowels, pump up in your stomach, they can't see nothing up under them shoes. I'm just saying. And there's all kinds of germs on them floors anyway at them damn airports, because with all that traffic coming through, they ain't mopping and sweeping and doing all the things they need to do, efficiently. I'm just saying, y'all can say that I'm tripping. You can say, Phil, you bugging. But no, that's cool. That's one less step that you got to do at that damn airport, because they hold you up and then you try to slide the shoes off. Then you got to slide them back on the other side of the joint. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, shout out to TSA for that. Shout out to the TSA for that. Where we at here? Des and D. Super. What's upper? Huh? One part of that good HR team is in the building. Ryan Q, what's your no good, huh? I see you in the building. Who else? Who else? Before I get going. Crack baby, trick baby, crack baby. Listen, you said my mic is breaking up. Can y'all hear my mic? My mic sounds nice. Check one. My mic sounds nice. Check two. Can y'all hear me clearly before I go any further? Can y'all hear me, or was it just Ryan and his situation might have been breaking up? I don't know. Daz, I don't know who you talking about. I don't know what you talking about. None of my ex wives had birthdays no time recently. Stop playing with me. Anywho, You hear me? The birds salute, salute. Shout out to that. And I'm gonna move on. I'm gonna ignore Daz because whatever it is, he chiefing on this morning. Got him, got him going. But it's all good, huh? It's all good. I appreciate that, y'all. We gonna move forward. Let me move this over just a taste. Yeah. This next little tidbit that I saw, right? It touched me for two different reasons. First is the home team, somebody from out the DC area, Washington, DC area, from out the southeast side, or whatever the case may be. But more importantly, it's a father talking to his son as he sees him off to college, sees him off to college. And I was like, "Ooh, this one touched the brother." I was about to go, but I had to, chin up, boy, chin up. I had to hold it together. But guess what? I want y'all to check this out. Something good for a Friday before I get into the deeper stuff. You hear me?
My father didn't get to bring me to college, yo. This is a king. This is a king. Because you're a king. And whenever you feel like the world is coming down on you and ain't going your way, take a time, sit back and think, bro. Because you always have a move. Protect the king. And protect yourself. We don't have tradition in a lot of black families. So I'm starting one with you and then your brother. This is your king. Protect him, which means protect yourself in all ways. I know I've been hard, but it was for this. I know I've been hard on you, bro, but it was to get you to this spot. Cause ain't nobody ever believed in you, B. Nobody. You was always the smallest dude and everybody underestimated you, bro. So you are a king. So protect yourself, protect the king. So when you become a grown man and you have children, get married, and you have sons, you pass this on to them. Cause this stays in our family. Tradition starts somewhere and I'm starting it right now. So this is your king. Protect him. And you protect yourself. I love you, man. Hey, do what you can here to do. You did. The main thing. Be right in the classroom. See that 3.0. And the football field will take care of itself. I ain't worried about that. You go up here and you make a name for yourself as a true freshman. You let the I'm from Southeast DC. You represent Southeast, baby, Congress Heights. You do what I know you can do and what you've always done. All right?
Hey, listen, ain't nothing greater than a father's love for their babies. Nothing great besides a mother's love. But I'm talking about in this situation, a father's love and seeing your son transcend and maybe even pass you up in the things that you esteem to do and or accomplish in life. There's no greater feeling than that, there, huh? The Spicy Trinity, Patty. Hey, Patricia, good morning to ye. That's a fact. Dads need more fathers like that, huh? Bree Bree said that was beautiful. Compassion most them youths need. That's a fact. Pete Skim get tongue twisted. Pause. Yes, I said, man, when I saw that, I said, man, I got to include that into my repertoire for the morning show. You know what I'm saying? Because we talk about heavy topics, we talk about light ones, we talk about bullshiggery, we talk about entertainment news. Hell, we've been talking a lot about some damn daddy. So I think things like this, when we can be bigged up, when we could be looked at in a positive light, when we can see the side of parenthood, especially fatherhood, that is missing a lot in the airways, missing on in social media streets, missing in real life in some instances. This is what's dope. And I said, yeah. I got to include that. I got to include that. Huh? Listen, speaking of men, right? This next story is of a man, huh? DC Mumbo South, Frank Murphy. What's goody like the mob? But can we stop pushing our kids to play sports? Why? Hey, but if that's the thing, get them in there through the sports. Just let them know that education has to be first and paramount, huh? Primary, foundational, and paramount to that athlete or whatever the case may be, so that he has something to fall back on, he or she, in case the sports don't work, huh? Shit, when my sons went to college and dropped them off, in my head, I was like, me and wifey can run around the house naked. Dance, let me find out. The bird said, "Tear crying moment." That's a fact of Mundo. This next topic, 27-year-old Mississippi man. Y'all probably seen this story around. 27-year-old Mississippi man was arrested for hacking into the Human Services Department, uh, approving a gang of food stamp or SNAP as they call it applications. But not only that, loading them things up with 25 hundo worth of food stamp to every one of them applicants. And then for people that were already in the system, loading they jumps up too, like, huh, you get 2,500, you get 2,500, you all get 2,500. He got locked up. But guess what? They said they gave him a bond of 100,000. Wow, he was out in 30 minutes. I bet you the community came forward and put that money up. Probably was the 10%, but still, they probably was like, free that man. Free that man. Listen, now, I'm not condoning no illegalities, but I'm saying with all this new big, beautiful bill bullshittery and all the cutbacks and all the things, I'm like, Slim. Sometimes you gotta fight the power that be. And 2,500 of them food things would look good to me. You know what I'm talking? You know what type of? Oh man, I ain't got enough refrigerator, no freezers to cover all that for a month of worth of food. Hey, Monique Ruffin, I see you. She said they should have hired him. Listen, their firewall was crap. Just smooth vibes. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, it's about to get real in these streets. That's a fact. The Mundo just move vibes. It definitely is. But yeah, shout out to that young Mississippi man, looking like a young Steph Curry. He looked like Steph Curry. He was on that internet throwing, hitting them buckets, hitting them threes. 2,500, 2,500, 2,500. Listen, I was like, when I seen that, I said, ooh, ooh. Now he might get him a little time, but I hope some of these people that got that 2,500 will sell a couple of dollars of them food stamps to get that man some commissary when he had to lay it down. You hear me? If he has to lay it down, I don't know what his record's like or not, but if he's that brilliant at hacking, somebody need to hire that young brother. If he that brilliant with the if he's that brilliant with it, then they need to hire that man, huh? The street said, free that man.
What?
Free that man.
What?
Thank God Almighty, they freed that man.
What?
That part there, huh? G Fanatic, yeah, was goody like the mob, huh? The thing of it is so much going on, so much working not in our favor, so many things secretly being done to undermine not only the Constitution but our way of living. No matter what color your skin is, no matter what your or almost all classification levels, because you know the elite they ain't gonna be bothered by none of this bullshit. But but sometimes we got to get up. Sometimes we got to get out, and sometimes we got to get something, huh? And that young man, I wish I knew his name, 27-year-old Mississippi Slim. That's what I'm gonna call him, Mississippi Slim. He said, huh? I can't do much, but what I do have is a very special set of skills. 25 hundo. D Blaine from that good H Town in the building. Vino D said the FBI will hire him on the download. That's a fact of Mundo. They do that. They do that. That's a fact. But I was like, oh, I said, Mississippi Slam. I ain't got no food stamp card, but you could have got my name from somewhere. I'd have took that 25. No. Listen, steaks and lobsters all around. You hear me? Sheesh. I ain't mad at him, though. Listen, all jokes aside, like I said, I don't condone no bullshittery or no illegalities. But damn it, jam. And whether in the state or the city or the area where he's from, oh man, people eating good this month. People eating good. Now, the thing is, on the recompense, for those that just applied, they probably gonna be good. But those that need it past that month, oh boy. But they was talking about cutting back food stamps anyway. So a lot of them people were probably gonna be getting kicked off in a month or two anyway. So that 2,500 is like a severance package. You know what I'm talking about? Severance package. Yeah. Mississippi Slim, hold your head. You know what I'm saying? You got a tough road ahead of you, Mississippi Slim. But I say this all the time, and I think you can rest on this, Mississippi Slim, and still I rise. And still you gonna rise, Slim. Creole Cupcakes, I see you in the building. Huh? Now moving on with the moving on. It's being reported Cat Williams has just brought a property for $2 million, 117 acres, 117 of them things, a former Alabama military base with over 30 buildings and 3 million square feet of indoor space to recreate his own film studios. My God. Listen, congratulations, Cat Williams. I'm liking what I'm seeing. There was Tyler Perry and his film studio complex. 50 Cent, what he doing at Shreveport with his studio complex. Now you got Cat Williams with the studio complex that he gonna build or whatever the case may be. And that's a lot of acres. That's a lot of room for a lot of production. 117 of them things. Now, this thing is like a double blessing in a way. One, to see our people start to grab property up and to be able to build something that hopefully is self-sustainable as much as possible outside of the system, because you know they holding our movies down and holding them back a lot of times. They don't want to put the budget behind them. A lot of fledgling filmmakers and directors, complain about not getting the places and the spaces to be able to give you these epic films or whatever the case may be. But with the opening of these studios and places, gives more opportunities for people that are black, brown, and other ethnic groups or whatever the case may be. But the other side of that is they are all doing it in southern towns and southern areas where there has been at times a lot of racial segregation, a lot of racial bigotry, a lot of bad history, a lot of bad history. So it's almost a thing of like chickens coming home to roost, or in this case, some of our brothers coming back to to get their 40 acres and a mule. You ain't got to give it. You ain't got to give it to me. I buy my 40 acres and a mule, and guess what? I'm gonna turn it up. Shit, wait, that part. Hey, music for God too. Good morning, darling. I see you. A lot of people are getting away from Hollywood and standing up for black. That's it right there, because there's a lot of shenanigans, a lot of things. If the Diddy case didn't do anything else, that alongside the Weinstein situation showed you an inner look into a lot of the shenanigans, the underhanded, the quiet things, the under the table dealings and doings. and in the entertainment industry or whatever the case may be. So shout out to Cat Williams. I've to from where I'm sitting, he always been 100 and kept it one foul wow and actually spoke on things and topics that a lot of other people, even some comedians, have been afraid to touch and have been hated on and loved for the very same thing. So shout out to Cat Williams. Listen, that's a 21 gun salute right there. Cat Williams, $2 million, 117-acre property. Huh? Whoa, film studio. Listen, yeah. Shout out to a push. Anywho, ladies and gentlemen, I'm moving on with the move on, right? There's some technology I need y'all to be aware of. It's something called a backscatter van. Backscatter van. Y'all see the picture right there? They come in different persuasions. Hold on, let me allegedly. But let me hide it for a second so y'all can see the various how they got it rolling out. They got it roll out in little vans and little work trucks and things of that nature. Allegedly, backscatter vans. Now, if you want to know what backscatter vans do, take a listen to this video right quick, right here. Huh? Holler at your
There are
boy.
vans driving around your city right now that can literally see through your walls and no one told you. They're called backscatter vans, and yes, they're real. These unmarked police vehicles are equipped with mobile X-ray scanners that can see through buildings, car doors, and even into your home from the street. You won't hear them, you won't know they're there, and they don't need a warrant. This isn't science fiction. These vans have been used in major cities like New York, Miami, and Los Angeles. The technology was originally designed for the military to detect explosives overseas. Now it's being used here on civilians with almost zero oversight. The vans fire bursts of ionizing radiation, the same kind used in TSA body scanners. But this radiation is mobile, more focused, and aimed straight through solid objects. No law requires police to inform the public. No study confirms it's safe. And there's no limit on who or what they scan. Privacy groups have warned for years this is warrantless surveillance on wheels. Your car, your home, your body, all exposed to invisible scans without your consent. And if it's already here, what's coming next?
Damn, y'all. Sorry, I was muted. I was muted. What I was saying was, oops. What I was saying, I was just chatting away. What I was saying was, you have to be mindful. What other technology do they have, right? And what I was saying was what the movie Enemy of the State did with G. Wilder and more importantly, Will Smith showed us was a lot of times the technology has already been there or on the way, and they sneak it into these sci-fi movies. They sneak it into these other kind of movies, tidbit by tidbit, to get you either okay with it or familiar with it subconsciously, so that when it rolls out, you're less up in an uproar about it. You're more relaxed. Like I've seen that somewhere before, or oh, I heard about that, so it doesn't become more as shocking as it should be. But these things have been around for a minute. Understand that I've told y'all a story of back in my Uber days that I drove a guy who was a lobbyist watchdog to be exact, down to DC to Congress or whatever the case may be. He said his job was to be watchdogs to lobby groups that that were pushing technology. One of which were in police cars at the time that were able to go into cars, sound like this backscatter, and actually take a visual of the individuals in the car, not just the driver, but the individuals, and run it through their database. And they said the problem was with like Caucasian people, it worked good, but with blacks and brown people, it was mixing up people. So, in other words, I could be driving and it had me like I'm El Chapo when he was wanted, and then they put would get on me or pause and want to pull me over or whatever the case may be. So there was a lot of working out that needed to be done. This was somewhere around 2015, 16, somewhere off in there, whatever the case may be. So these black scatter vans are something different, something different. Y'all can hear me now. Y'all can hear me. Angela Mo. Hey, hey, I see you. Good morning to ye. Flowetry. Hey, Flo, I see you. Who else we got in the building, huh? Don't be laughing at me, y'all. Philly A 215. What's goody like the mob? The technology has been there. That's a fact. They conditioning your mind to be cool with it subconsciously without like overtly just dropping it on you. But it be people like this gentleman here and others that I call whistleblowers, or people that get inside information that let it out there, that really do us a great service so that we know what the hell is going on. That part. My Uber days was last night. That's brazy. It's been in California, developed by NASA. I can dig it, Vino. CLBCNY was goody like the mob, huh? Listen, I want y'all to hold on to that pause, to that technology and all these things, because I think some of that technology is playing into this ICE situation that's going on, into the ICE situation. But I'm gonna touch the ICE situation pause in a quick second. Keisha Hall can have herself a ball if her assets are in order. She's in the building. Before I go deeper into the ICE situation and kind of go down a rabbit's hole, maybe not. I want y'all to I want to show y'all what heroism looks like, what being a real life hero looks like, what being selfless looks like, with considering your brother, your sister, whether of your same ethnic group, racial group, or another, and putting them first, even over your own freedom or safety. Y'all check this out real quick. I saw this, I was like, mm. Oh, mercy right now. Yeah, 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 yeah. In the midst of a flood, in the midst of a storm, got in that bulldozer, got up in there and made a way and saved that family from what could have been a very tragic moment. We need more of those. We need more people like that. We need more times and things and situations like that. Sabrina C. Yeah, yeah, is a show today. Yeah, yes, indeed. With Shaw Houston, home team, GMG. Good morning. Listen. Yes, indeed. I thought that was so dope when I saw that. See, it'd be things like that, be touching a brother heart. Be touching a brother heart. You know what I'm talking about? You said OMG that song. Forget the song. Look at what happened in the song. I mean, in the video. Forget the song. Now, moving on, right? There's a lot of speculations. there's a lot of speculations when it comes to this ice baby thing, right? Too cold, too cold. The ice situation that's going on. There's a lot of people that are starting to band together and not feel what's going on. Not just because they're removing people, but they are not only going after criminals, gangbangers, and all those things, but they're going after good, hardworking individuals, family people. Not only not only people that are undocumented or don't have any papers, but people that have gotten visas, people that are that have been here for a while, married and supposedly papered into being citizens and things of that nature, have been absconded, kidnapped, deported, all of these things. This one right here shows what some people are starting to do. What some people are starting to do is question, who the hell are you? Show some proof of who you are. And I'm gonna get to that in a little bit as to why.
I have to wear plaques.
No, I can wear an FBI plaque.
Yeah, you could.
Am I from FBI? Am I from FBI? If I show your plaque.
No.
Okay, so then you have no right. You have no right. Don't touch him. Don't touch him. Te está tocando. You're touching. You cannot touch him.
He has not provided me
No,
an ID.
no le dile que no le das identificación. Dile, no te doy permiso que me toques, dilo, en español.
No te doy permiso.
Okay, there you go. He says he doesn't give permission to touch him. There you go. No
Get your
permission to
bitch
touch him.
ass hands off.
No permission to ask questions.
Right.
And you don't have a patch ID. ¿Dónde está tu carro?
Ahí está la
Okay,
compañía.
no, déjala ahí.
Pero ahí está el otro vato ahí.
Okay. No, quédate aquí. Métete en mi carro, que está rojo, está ahí. Está abierto. Okay. One more turn by here? Okay. What did he ask you? Do you guys have any ID?
I do.
Let me show you ID, sir.
That's my
Oh, you don't have an ID. So who are you? You let me show your ID.
Prove your front door.
Tienes ID. I can show you FBI one, but I don't have an ID. So you know, no ID, just a plaque.
Right there, sir.
Okay, let me see that. Show it to me.
Thank you, man. Thank you.
Show it to me. Let me. All right. Come on.
Thank you.
Show it to me.
They ban their ass up out of there. See what happens when you assert your rights, because even they have a certain amount of rights or whatever the case may be. Because again, they're grabbing people without knowing whether they're illegal or not. They're grabbing people that look like brown people and black people just because, and it's not right. Asian people as well. I heard the fashion district in LA got hit hard. Vino Davis said they're going after birthright citizens. That's a fact. Keisha Hall says during these hectic storms, the Mexicans are the ones coming over to rescue and help. The camp counselors who helped save a lot of lives and writes names on the kids' bodies are Mexican ladies. Ain't that about a bitch? Excuse my English. In the midst of being treated like their people being treated like garbage, still they showing a good hand. Still they showing a good face. Still they're giving being up like being Christian like or godly or righteous or whatever in the midst of being dogged out and scooped up like cattle and corralled and put in horrible circumstances, alligator, Alcatraz, and other things, or whatever the case may be. Still, the Mexican president sends some people over here to help the hell out. Ain't that about a bitch? But talking about the ID thing, right? DL Hughley, shout out to DL Hughley, comedian, on-air personality, actor, activist. Uh, some would say even a civil rights activist or whatever the case may be, speaks to the anonymity of these ICE officers and why are they moving so anonymous with their faces or whatever. I'm gonna get to why in a little bit. I'm gonna get to why because it's something more sinister going on. Everybody that's claiming to be ICE ain't law enforcement. Some of these individuals didn't take an oath. Some of these individuals are not lawfully doing what they are doing, but because of the bounty that's placed out there on these individuals, they are coming through your neighborhoods and wreaking amok and acting bad and savage, grabbing people. But until then, y'all pay attention to what DL had to say. Shout out DL.
So ICE agents need masks for their safety. Federal officers have been involved in arresting some of the most dangerous human beings known to man, from actual drug lords to international terrorists to gang leaders to mobsters. And they never had to obscure their faces. As a matter of fact, all you would see from federal agents, they will come out with those either blue or yellow windbreakers. They would show the big pile of drugs they confiscated. They would show pictures of the people that they'd arrested, and they would show the cooperating agencies, and they would all introduce themselves. Their masks, their face were unobscured. We could see exactly who they were because they were proud of what they did. They kept these people off these dangerous people off the streets. They taking these drugs away, and we got to see them. We got to see what they had done. Now, they didn't even need masks to arrest El Chapo, one of the most dangerous drug lords ever. They didn't need masks to arrest him. What the fuck do they need masks to arrest his gardener for? Why are they wearing masks to arrest housekeepers? Are maids really that devious? So ICE agents need masks for their safety. Federal officers.
Thought I had that set up to stop or whatever. What he speaks on a valid point. A lot of times when agents cover their faces when they doing like sting operations and drug operations where there's possible blowback in the moment or after the fact for them and their families when it comes to violence and physical retribution. Now, with this situation here, they are coming into neighborhoods, communities, businesses, establishments, almost like Gestapo, lawlessly. They're not they're not showing credentials other than what they wearing on their body. They're not showing proper paperwork for anything or anybody. They are usurping law enforcement, courts, judges, public officials. This is the first time that I can recall in U.S. history that something such as this has gone on. The first time. Now, I'm gonna get to what I was talking about a second ago in a minute. But this next video goes to what I've been saying all along as to why this is our fight. Why this is our fight. Some people say, nah, they ain't our fight, it's their fight. Let them fight it alone. Some of them voted for this man. Some of them, support this man and all these things. I want y'all to listen to this video and what this brother says, who is a part of the Black Lives Movement out in California. I need y'all to pay attention, though, to the words that he's saying, huh? Tell me if I'm right or wrong.
This isn't our fight? Yeah?
I'm Bob Akil, Black Lives Matter, LA. There's an African saying, if you see a crow eating your neighbor's corn, shoo it away. Because tomorrow it'll be eating your corn. And so I and others have to be here to protect not only immigrants, but to protect innocent people who have done nothing wrong and who have committed no crime. Our frustration is being met with repression and oppression. These people are trained to control and suppress, whether they're the LAPD or the National Guard. And so their presence here only adds to a worsening condition.
Does the energy feel the same as 2020 or different?
No, even more so, because the outrage that people felt from the murder and martyrdom of George Floyd was like, how could that happen? That happened, it looked like someplace else. But now, it's right on your own streets. People in your own community and neighborhood are being snatched up by federal people with masks on. And so it touches you differently, and you feel differently. You feel more intense about it. You feel more passionate about it. And that's why I think people are here. And that's why they've expressed themselves like they have.
Understand something. It's them today could be you tomorrow, especially with this big beautiful bullshit bill that was passed, that also passed initiative to where U.S. citizens can be deported or actually sent to other countries to serve sentences. When has that ever happened in history? That you turn your citizens over, your people over to another nation to serve crimes, to serve a sentence in their country. When has that ever happened? Right? And I ain't just talking about the guilty, but I'm talking about in this day and age, dissent could be looked at as a crime. Opposition could be looked at as a crime. A difference of opinion could be looked at as a crime. Huh? Took them a whole weekend to barely pass it. That's a fact. Now, if y'all think that the average Joe and the average citizen are the only people being affected by this thing, this next video talks about a U.S. Marshal. U.S. Marshal, which is a federal agent, a U.S. Marshal who got snatched up by ICE agents inside a court building. I got to pick the mic up for this one. Inside of a court building. And you think that it can't be you? Y'all pay attention to this one.
Breaking news. Today, ICE arrested the wrong man, a U.S. Marshal. It happened inside a federal courthouse in Tucson. The Marshal walked in the lobby and ICE agents grabbed him thinking he was an immigrant suspect. They never confirmed his identity. They just cuffed him and detained him. A federal officer on duty in a federal building. It took other law enforcement to step in and prove who he was. He was eventually released. This isn't just a mistake, it's a warning. If ICE can wrongfully detain a U.S. Marshal in broad daylight inside of a courtroom building, what's happening to the rest of us? Immigrants to asylum seekers to people with no badge to protect them. This is not how things are supposed to be, period. I am a white man. I am a veteran. I was born in America. I'm scared. I'm scared because our nation is turning into something that it was never meant to be. It's turning into a country that's run by this lunatic. All these uneducated individuals in our country are following this guy like he's their savior. It does not make sense. And I want to apologize on behalf of America to the world and to everybody that's being hurt by him.
Man, listen. If they can lay hands on law enforcement, federal law enforcement, without due process, without asking questions, without presenting, without even asking for ID or nothing, what the hell you think they can do to us? What do you think, huh? What do you think? And this is part of the problem too, right? Which I was alluding to earlier. Allegedly, there are reports that bounty hunters and militia groups are being sanctioned and or hired and or compensated for snatching up illegals. Hear that again. Bounty hunters and or militia groups are being sanctioned, hired, and or compensated for snatching people up. Y'all watch this video, huh? Feel on this shit today. You hear me?
So they're going to come with us?
Yes, they're 4813.
So you speak any English? They do not. Okay. But we can do translating. Come with us?
No.
No, so other what? So all we're going to do is put ATV monitors on them and then let them go on their way. It's that simple. Okay.
Then why are your faces covered? What's wrong with me filming?
We're going to protect our families, ma'am. And you know,
we're protecting our families too, ma'am.
They need to come with us. Isa, you're not coming with us. They're coming with us. I'd be more than happy to jump on them if you like.
I'm sorry?
I can put them in our facility if you like, if they're not going to comply with our terms.
Are you threatening to detain them now for no reason? That sounds like a threat to detention.
Interesting shirt this kidnapper has on. That's a 3%er shirt. 3%ers are a white supremacist group. Watch this video, and I'll be right back.
God is good. Let us thank Him for our food. Bow our heads. We are fed. Thank you, Lord, our daily bread. Amen.
Take a good look at the face of the militia and the 3% movement. These are patriots that are not going to have their rights infringed upon, and our way of life will be preserved and maintained. So help us God. Guns up!
So you can Google what the 3%ers are, but I found a PDF about them, and it tells you who they are. They're the ones that adopted the OK sign as the white power sign. That's who that lady is, and she tried to kidnap people from the courtroom so that they could put ankle monitors on them. Not that the judge required those people to put ankle monitors on them, but they just came out of nowhere and tried to kidnap people and say, we need to put ankle monitors on you. These are bounty hunters. They are not ICE agents. These are bounty hunters. And because they're bounty hunters, the lawyers stopped them from getting those two people and kidnapping them. They walked away. Because you're not a fucking ICE agent, you're a bounty hunter. And they are getting $1,000 to $1,500 per person they detain. This is modern day slavery. Because that's what Europeans used to do back in the day. They would go to Africa, kidnap Africans, and people would pay per person. It is slavery under the guise of border protection. Those are bounty hunters. They're not real ICE agents. And the reason why they had to up the budget for ICE is because they are paying them per person they detain, whether they are a United States citizen or not. The great thing about this, though, is all those bounty hunters' names are on a list. And when this is all said and done, and when the orange buffoon and that fascist government is gone, they will be the ones on trial. So covering your face means nothing. They already have your name. I can't wait for those trials. Fuck you. But yeah, those are bounty hunters.
Hold up.
We're one big happy family.
Show ain't over yet. It's not over. The party's not over. The party's not over. It's already open. Just Move Vibes is already open. The Alligator Alcatraz is already open. And they said the conditions there have been horrible. I lost my train of thought. That one threw me off. Okay. Now, there's also been a great debate and discussion as to how a president who comes from the same background as some of the people that he's deporting, how can one, he be okay with that? Two, how can he push it? And three, why he ain't living up to his own wants, desires, and laws that he's implemented? Huh? And for that reason, Donald Trump has made it to this Bama here with this interaction with a reporter that asked him a real important question. Y'all probably seen it by now, but check this out.
This Bama here.
Don't ask me questions like that. You're not a very good reporter doing that. Okay, go ahead.
Trump lashes out after reporter asks if he'll self-deport on live television. What was meant to be a moment of triumph quickly turned into one of the most embarrassing scenes of the year. Standing in the White House garden, Donald Trump proudly unveiled his latest proposal, ending birthright citizenship. America is for true, pure-blooded Americans, he declared with confidence. But things took a sharp turn when a journalist spoke up with a bold question. Mr. Trump, since you're the child of immigrants and currently facing 34 criminal charges, will you be setting the example and self-deporting? The pause was chilling. Trump stood frozen for a few seconds, then burst out in fury. What a ridiculous question. How dare you? Security rushed to escort the reporter out, but the damage was already done. Cameras had caught every second. The fallout was immediate. Social media erupted. People praised the journalist for saying what so many have been thinking, and a new question is now racing across the internet. If children of immigrants can lose their citizenship, can Trump still legally remain in power? Share your thoughts in the comments.
How is how is how is a son of an immigrant going to talk about deporting immigrants and children of immigrants without no discussion of deporting themselves? The irony of it all, right? This Bama here. Listen, hey, Jeannie Miles, I see you. Mel Page, salute, I see you. I'm just saying. He's such a crap. Yeah. Just smooth vibes. That's a fact. It's the skin color that's important. That's a fact of mundo. That's a fact of mundo. But now I'm gonna get off the immigration thing. I'm gonna get off the ICE thing for now. But we'll be back on that on another date or whatever. Because as things develop, there will be more to talk about. Before I go any further, I should have said this at the beginning of the show. Condolences to the families in Texas who have lost loved ones, lost little baby girls to that mass flooding in Texas through a campground, which claimed the lives of a bunch of children and a bunch of other people. And there's a lot of people still missing. I think over 100 some odd people still missing, or whatever the case may be. We spoke about it earlier. The Mexican president has even sent over Mexicans to help with the recovery process. Ain't that the irony of that? But condolences to the people that lost their loved ones and lost their lives. Yeah, yeah, it's so sad. So sad. And without saying, let's have a moment of silence, I'm giving a moment of silence because that's heavy. If you are a mother, if you are a father, hell, if you got a heartbeat and a soul, no matter what complexion, what race, what ethnic group was majorly affected by that tragedy, it should affect you. Because how would you feel if that was your baby girl? How would you feel if that was a family member, the child of a good friend, child of your neighbor? May God help to heal the hearts and the minds of those people and to comfort them during their time of mourning and or wondering. Because, like I said, there's still some people missing, presumed to be dead at this point, but missing. God bless them. Uh, Let me say this before I move forward. Do me a favor. If you over on Facebook, on Twitch, on X, formerly known as Twitters, or even here on Facebook, do me a favor. Come on over to YouTube. Hit that thumbs up for your boy. Boop, while you at it, if you're new and if you haven't done so, hit that notification. Excuse me, subscribe button. It's free. It don't cost you Nathan. Boop, boop. More importantly, after you subscribe to the channel, hit that notification bell if you would. So you be in the know whenever the Good Morning Gang morning show drops. What? Whenever Feel the Love Friday, which is Fridays 8 to 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, which means tonight. What? Or anything else that I put on this Big Phil Speaks channel, you be amongst the first to know. Understand, I got some big things coming. Big things coming. Some shows coming. Some shows coming. Some shows coming. Some content coming on this platform and on the FDN platform and in other places and spaces. Understand something. What? Big Phil Speaks is on the move. You feel me? Can't just talk about it, got to be about it. That part. Don Phil DeMarco. Shout out to Don DeMarco. Anywho, ladies and gentlemen, I'm gonna move on with the moving on. You feel me? Yeah, I'm going wild and crazy. That's a fact. It's not a week old because it's still going on, Vino. It's people still missing out there. What are you talking about? Lord. But it's all good. It's all good. What about when Trump told yeah. That was embarrassing as a US country, Keisha. And uh I might touch on that Monday. I ain't gonna touch on it now because I got so much else to go through or whatever. But yeah. Anywho, this next what is this one? Oh no, I already talked about that one. This next one here, this next one here, I need for y'all to pay attention. I need for y'all to pay attention. Lil Chano, JJ Tsunami, what's goody like the mob? Welcome to the lituation. Get glad to have you. This next one here deserves all of our immediate attention. Spread the word. It's 2025. But with all these things happening, it seems like a deja vu to a time and a day and days that have passed. In 2025, allegedly, there are lynchings and things going on that should have the hair on our neck standing up because it ain't just happening in the South. And even if it happens in the South, we are in 2025 and these things should not be happening. You heard me right. Alleged lynchings. I almost don't want to say allegedly in 2025. Pay attention to this young brother when he breaks it down to some of the people that might be in the area close to you. Pay attention.
Please do not scroll, as I'm about to share with you a very disgusting pattern. Yona Lubrin, Orlando, Florida, found nearly naked and hanging from a tree, ruled a suicide. Denoris Richardson, Colbert County, Alabama, found hanging from a tree, ruled a suicide. Lennon Lacey, Bladenboro, North Carolina, found hanging from a tree, ruled a suicide. Robert Fuller and Malcolm Harsh, both found dead in the state of California, hanging from trees, and ruled a suicide. And now most recently, Earl Smith, Albany, New York, found hanging from a tree and ruled a suicide. Those 6 names that I just listed make up only a very small fraction of the amount of black men, women, and children that have gone missing over the decade since the 50s out of all the methods of suicide, with the most common being a self-inflicting gun wound. You're telling me that it's only ever black people that decide to take their own life using rope outside? I will never believe that. The victims' families will never believe that. The black community will never believe that. And as the police continue to play in our face for years to come, as the most ignorant of people will continue to call us victims and say we're playing victim, I hope that this message gets out to the right people to recognize that this shit is real. Modern day lynchings are very real, and they have no problem continuing to rule it a suicide when these literal people, these human beings, are being found hanging 10 feet off the fucking ground with zero news coverage. And let me be clear before I make the following statement. I do not wish this on anybody. That being said, let it be one white man or one white woman found hanging from a tree, that amount of attention and news coverage would surpass Gabby Petito. For this upcoming 4th of July weekend, people, everyone, please be safe. Keep in contact with your family members, your friends, your circles. Keep them updated with what you do throughout the weekend, because you never know what you might end up in. Frankly, again, you don't know what people are capable of. Be safe. Have a good weekend. Please do not scroll.
Man, listen. While y'all playing in the comments, I hope y'all paying attention, because if it becomes one of y'all loved ones, y'all gonna be some of the same people coming in here wailing and crying. Talking about, I can't believe what happened. I can't believe that it happened to me or my child or my family member or my neighbor. Sometimes y'all got to read the room. Sometimes you got to read the room. Understand? This is a serious thing. And like that young brother said, that's only a small percentage of cases that are happening throughout the United States. Y'all need to pay attention. We need to pay attention. There's a lot going on. A lot going on. Mr. Rich, what's goody like the mob? I see you. But in a day and time where things like this should not be happening, one such incident is one too many. I think it was 6 or 7 that he said in that video. That's 6 or 7 incidents that shouldn't be happening. Love your people. Pay attention. Watch your surroundings. Get off them phones when you're moving around. Pay attention, because people are getting snatched up. Things are happening. Be careful when you're driving, how you're driving. Pay attention to strange vehicles following you. Pay attention to strange people in your neighborhood. Pay attention to things that don't seem in line with what you know to be the regular of your day. Pay attention. I'm off of it though. I'm off of it. But yeah, I said when I saw that, I said I got to showcase that, because it's something serious. Now this next one is, I started to hold this for Feel the Love Fridays, but this one I had to tap in on, right? Especially with the Diddy trial, especially with the conversations of being flown out. Now, in this situation, I call cap on this video, just like I call cap on some of them ICE agents being real law enforcement agents. Just like I call cap on a lot of the things that Donald Trump is doing. I call cap on this situation in some ways, because this situation is different. It ain't a man flying a girl out for a weekend fling or whatever's going on. But the girl said she flew him out. And on the back end of it's supposed to be a threesome that he ain't know nothing about with another girl. But she said she paid $3,500 to fly this Bama out. I said, where she paid $3,500, even in first class, even in last minute flights. Where he live at in the United States that she paid $3,500 to fly the Bama out. So I do call a little cap on the video, but it kind of opens the door for conversations about, would you fly him out? Would you fly her out? What is required? What is assumed? Huh? Y'all watch this video and see what's going on.
Man, I can't believe I just spent $3,500 on the flight, a last-minute flight, for this man to get out here, and we was having a real good time all up until I decided to bring my friend out for a threesome. Look at my friend. She's bad. Look at me. I'm bad. What you like, nigga? Man, come on, man. It's not about to, you know, it's a good time. That flight was $3,500.
Listen.
Come on, man.
You didn't tell me you was bringing somebody else here.
It doesn't matter about bringing somebody. It was a surprise. It's a threesome. Listen. Like, how you don't want to have a threesome?
Listen, I don't move like that.
Whatever, bro.
I'm supposed to be talking to you and only you. I don't just talk to.
Whatever, bro. Now you got my friend ready to go.
Like one time.
Like, do you see her? Do you see her? Do you see me?
You can have anything. I don't know you. I don't even know your fucking name.
And you just told me you don't know me. So,
But we've been
like,
talking
come on,
on the
bro.
phone,
Come
though. I don't
on,
know where at
bro.
all.
This supposed to be fun. We supposed to be having us a good time.
Me
This
and
supposed to
my
be
gonna have a
fun.
good time. Maybe go to a movie and stuff, go out to eat, relax, chill, vibe out. But you
Whatever.
bring people I don't know.
It's not about bringing people you don't know. It's a surprise. It was a fun vacation. It was
Bro,
$3,500.
she just expect me, bro. She just told me.
It was $3,500. That is kind of fishy.
She don't know me because if she knew me, she would know I'm not gay.
That is kind of fishy though. That is kind of fishy. Look at her. Look at us. That is kind of
I
fishy
don't
though.
move like that.
Man, what?
Listen, I don't move like that.
Like what? Like what?
Not me.
Man, I can't believe I just spent $3,500 on the flight, a last minute flight, for this man to get out here. And we was having a real good time all up until I decided to bring my friend out for a drink.
Now again, I call cap. What airline they flying at is 3,500 for one way or round trip in the United States, even last minute. Come on, Cletus. Yeah, set up. I'm like, how? How, Sway? Melvin, thank you for reposting the stream. The agency, Just Smooth Vibes, I thank you for reposting the stream. How, Sway? How? I get it, he might not have been down with the menage a twizzle. He might not have been down with the menage a twizzle. So I'm not going to judge that, to each his own. Sunny Rain, salute. I appreciate you. I see you. I'm not gonna knock him. He might not have been down for the menage a thrizzle. You know what I'm talking about? He might have just wanted to come, you know what I'm saying? With you, boo. But Boo Boo Bun thing say, I got a Boo Boo Bun thing, and we trying to make it a thing. And he might not have just been for it. But 3,500. Keisha Hall said these women nowadays, the new men, the men are the new women. Shaking my head. There's more than this situation is happening in a lot of gender role positions. I pray this situation never finds such. Factor Mundo, Keisha Hall, Factor Mundo. If he had Big D energy, his thoughts would be different, or maybe he never did that before. Bree, you can't always say that because to be transparent, I've done menage a twizzles. I've done menage a twizzles, but now I'm not in that energy or space to want to do that. That don't make me less than or make me a little fella or none of that, because I will put it on an individual. However, it just might be the individual, might be their moral compass, it might be their spiritual or religious beliefs. You know what I'm saying? He might have just been like, "Oh, I'm coming to be with you." But then on the flip side of that, you got some fellas would have thought they died and went to heaven. Like, oh, thank you for answering my prayers. Some people would have been, you know what I'm saying? Like, oh, we about to, yeah. My little yeah, then brung her, yeah. We about to, yeah. So, it's two sides of that coin. All I'm gonna say is just be responsible with your freakisms so that you don't put yourself in a diddy situation, especially with the flying people out. You know what I'm saying? Paying for people to come out with the expressed implication of sexual activities, because in some states that might be an issue. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. Phil, you lucky you won't be the hey, peep scheme. Nah, in this day and age, ain't none of us safe. Ain't none of us safe. Because again, if they talking about deporting U.S. citizens to other countries, sending U.S. citizens to other countries to serve prison sentences, what does that say? Anybody can get it. I'm just saying, oh Lord, just say the damn word already. What's the word, Creole? What's the word? Dad said I would have been butt ass naked. I'm just saying, you gotta, you know what I'm saying? You got to be careful. Some people are down with the menage and twizzle, and some like, nah, I just want you, boo, and you only. It ain't just the fellas. Some women are like that too. They like, nah, I'm not sharing you. I'm not sharing you with nobody. So it happens. It's like that. And I don't think in a real situation, because like again, I called Cap on that video for that damn that amount she named for the flight, unless she paid him some other monies to come on out, and that's a whole nother ball game. Creole, I say different words because it affects the monetization for the video, so that's why I'll say sex or say other things or whatever, Creole. So that's the reason. But trust me, I'm not afraid to say that word at all. However, you know what I'm saying? Unless she paid this man like a couple racks or more to come see her, whatever the case may be, and paid for his flight, then that's a whole nother ball game. But 35 hundo, even for a last minute flight, ain't about nothing. Hey, Mike, right for you, Dark Knight. What's good? I'm over on the good YouTube. Come on over. Salute. Who? Who? Thank you very much, Mike Wright. Excuse me. I'm just saying that's why I called Cap on that video because I was like 35 hundo. Uh, uh, uh. What y'all think? Y'all think she was capping on the 3,500, or you think she really spent that 3,500 hundo to fly him in? Or do you think it was a whole staged situation for clout and content purposes? What do y'all think, huh? Now, she would have said a more reasonable price, I would have got it. But the 3,500 for a flight to fly him in, round trip even, it ain't adding up. The math is not mathing, huh? OTF Fab, OTF Fuego, come on over to the YouTube. I'm just saying. Keisha, he gonna know the hell I'm not dead. I don't know what you talking about. What it say right there? Big Bell, I appreciate you. Salute. I appreciate you. That was the first time I seen that come through. I was like, what's that? Appreciate you. I really do. Understand something. All I'm saying is, listen, and you know me, flights by field. Y'all know me, flights by field, right? So I ain't got no problem with it. But even in a VIP situation, 3,500 is nah. Nah, 30 Keisha already know 3,500 is in totality because where she looked like she was at looked like it was her house. That 3,500 looked like it was her spot, her place. Didn't look like an Airbnb. It looked like a B and B hers. It looked like her place. And he was at her spot because it looked too lived in for it to be an Airbnb. So let's take the Airbnb costs off of it. She said it cost her 3,500 to fly him in. No, unless she paid that man some moolah for his time and services. However many days she got it for the food, and she probably paid for the friend too. What's up, Jola? I'm sorry for not acknowledging you. What kind of man doesn't want to feel this something fishy about him? He could be up. He could be up in a certain place in his spiritual walk. Jola, you can't hold that against the brother, or can you? I'm just saying, or can you? Charlie Hustle. Good morning. Good morning. Phil better have all the essentials is crazy. Mr. Rich said, Keisha said, that sounds about right, like you know. Oh shit, Keisha, hold up. Yeah, Keisha, what you know about the estimates of flying somebody out, Keisha? You had some splaining to do, Lucy. Let me find out. Forex was good. I'm just saying, Keisha, you sound a little bit acclimated to the situation. You sound like her. Da-da-da, air tickets, da-da-da-da, Airbnb, da-da-da-da, some good food. Da-da-da. Listen, I'm gonna have to pay my girl to get her to be involved in it, da-da-da, or fly her in maybe. Da-da-da-da. 35 hundo. Let me find the hell out. Huh? Keisha Hall, I guess your ass is over in order. Sound like you having a ball. You out here doing the menage and twizzles. Is you out here doing the menage and twizzles? Oh, shit. About to make a mess. About to make a mess. Don't get quiet now. Don't get quiet. Mel Page, feel you getting a baby shower tent like, hell no. Hell no, Mel Page. Hell no. They gonna be cold as a mug. If they get that tent right there, they gonna be cold as a mug. You hear me? Because them things be thin as a mug. Because they used for like daytime activities. Usually where it's warm or they be, just covering from the sun or the elements. But if they sleeping in that something like that at night, more power to them. I flew out my son's dad long, long, long time ago. Tickets were cheap. From that fly out, he moved here. Never. Ooh, Keisha, talk your shit. Look, pop your collar. Poop, poop. She said, I flew out my baby daddy. I flew out my son's dad. And when I got him here, he ain't leave. Oh, so did he put it on you, Keisha, or did you put it on him? Which one was it? Said he moved here and never left. I ain't mad at you. Vino Diva said, way too many moving parts in a damn threesome. Man, to each his own, whatever floats your boat, like have at it. Only thing I say is be responsible in all you're doing, mentally as well as the physicalities, because sometimes people aren't mentally prepared for things that happen in the menage a twizzles and the things that happen afterwards. Because sometimes feelings get involved when you know what I'm saying, when you get into that stuff, huh? Simply Nate, good morning, happy Friday, huh? Listen, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, I know I've been off kilter with the time here and there, and things have been happening, but I want y'all to know that I'm putting GMG as my priority. So don't let that go over your head. I got some things coming, a couple shows coming. I got some content coming here and on the FDN. Y'all pay attention. It's a camping trip coming out. Oh, I had to be. I had to be who put it on him. Yeah, it had to be. Sure, you right, Keisha. You probably was like, don't leave me, babe. Look, silly nigga, yeah, I'm fighting everybody. Hey, Mike Wright, for you, what I'm saying is this: just be responsible. But there's a camping trip coming up for Flip the Network. I'm gonna be a part of it. Oh Lord, y'all pray for me because my tent partner gonna cause me trouble, gonna cause me pain, gonna cause me. But it's gonna be a dope time. It's gonna be a situation. Oh, thank you, Keisha Hall. Just know in my absence, just know, even though some of y'all have seen me in other places and spaces, that I'm preparing some things for here. And I haven't been talking about them or whatever because I didn't want no naysayers or no bullshiggery spoken on, because words got power. I'm gonna give y'all more information as more things are taking place, which is soon and very soon. Phil, you have the depends or no? I don't need no depends. Do you need depends, Nay? I don't need no depends. But anywho, ladies and gentlemen, there's a lot coming down the pike, a lot of things that y'all gonna be proud of your boy. You can be like, oh, I see the method in the madness. Y'all gonna see it in a minute. Guess what? Know that the Good Morning Gang Morning Show, know that GMG, know that Big Phil Speaks, the channel, and me as the individual will always be here. You understand me? Vino Diva, that's a lie. Vino Diva, the lie detector says that's a lie. Listen, anywho, she came right in swinging. Then she was shot. He bugged out. I would have been naked walking around 3,500 well spinners. That's what I'm saying. Like, hey, have at it till you can have at it, dag nabbit. But 3,500 to fly somebody out is crazy. Unless again, she paid that man some good money for his services in his time. But ain't no flight in America. I don't give a damn if she paid it the same day he needed to come out. Ain't gonna be no damn 3,500 for no one way nor no round trip domestically in the United States. It will never be that. Well, now hold on, I can't say it will never be that. But as of July 11th, 2025, there are no flights that I know of domestically without it being a private charter or something like that that will cost you 3,500 to get flown from here to there. You said, Keisha, am I scared to go camping? Hell no. Why would I be scared to go camping? I've been camping. My grandmother used to take us camping. I was in the Boy Scouts, did all the camping, outdoor stuff, starting fires with the stick, with the two sticks and the little shrub. Started fire with rocks. Started fire with magnifying. I know how. Listen, hey, Nay, you bugged out. I ain't answering that. Hell no. Anywho, I could never be scared of camping. Camping is in my blood. From everything from the fishing to digging trenches to pitching a tent the old school way, the older tents where you had to put everything together individually. You ain't got the help of these pop up and air tents and all that they got now. But the conventional way of camping, I've done all that in tents, in cabins. Hell, summer camp, the weekly camps that we had to go to. Sheesh. Understand something. Will you be able to post that on your channel, some clips of it to your GMG on YouTube? Post what, Keisha Hall? Are you talking about the camping thing? Eventually I will be able to. Eventually I will be able to. Some things, yeah. Talk about he laughed, y'all. It's a yes. I laughed at the question simply, Nay. I laughed at the question. You hear me? I laugh at the question. But it's gonna be funny to see how some of these people maneuver and move around because a lot of them don't know nothing about the outside. Some of these people are stay behind their computer screens. They don't know nothing about the elements. They ain't never been camping. Hell, some of them ain't never been fishing. Hell, some of them ain't never been skating or riding a damn bike. Some of them don't even take care of themselves now. So they ain't let alone being in the woods trying to rough it for 3 days, 4 days. It ain't gonna it's gonna be funny. Funny. Don't forget your wipes. Got to have the boo-boo wipes. Got to have the wipes, Dave. Got to have them. Rich is crazy. He said, I'm flying out. What's the address? Pause. If you see a bear, don't run. Nah, the worst thing you could do is run from a bear. The worst thing you could do is run from a bear. You could try to get behind something or duck behind a tree or something, but have some bear spray, you know what I'm saying, or some other armaments or things or protection, self-defense mechanisms, you know what I'm saying? But running would be the worst thing to do because it can make a bear take off after you, and that goes for a lot of different wildlife too. Now you either stay totally still or you suddenly move back or you suddenly get in something or you suddenly move out of the way. But running is the worst thing you could do. Quan Brooks, hey, I see you. Look at Nate. Talking about I'm in SA. Come on, look. You supposed to you supposed to send him the ticket though, Nate. You supposed to send Rich the ticket. He said I'll fly out. You just got to fly me out. You got to send him the ticket, Nate. Don't be halfway with it. 4 days. Well, what will you be eating or drinking? I have my own food. You know which leaves to use as toilet paper. And Keisha, actually, I do. Actually, I do. Phil, why you can't invite some of your GMG to the because it ain't my camping trip to do that. It ain't mine to do that. I can't invite nobody where I'm just a participant. I can't invite y'all to where I'm a participant. How Imma do that? Hey, Jazzy Stutters. Well, she was testing him. He passed the test. Ooh. You know what, Jazzy Stutters? I didn't look at it that way. I never looked at it that way, y'all. What if that was a test to see how he was rolling, to see if he was gonna be down with the get down, see if he was for everybody. What if that was a test to see if he was, you know what I'm saying, gonna be monogamous, or he was trying to just get some scans from any and everybody? Jazzy Stutters, that's the good one. Connie said, "I'm stingy. I want all mine." I did not say that. Silly that. She said the only person I'm flying out is my parents and son. I dig it. I can dig it, Nate. I can dig it. Yeah, no. Sheesh. But anywho, ladies and gentlemen, it's been a pleasure. It's been a pleasure. It's been a pleasure. That was not a test. I know that was some bullshiggery, Bree Bree, if you ask me. That was some bullshiggery. Oh shit. Nate, he said to just call him daddy. Pause. No daddy. Oh shiggity. He said just call me Danada. Jeez. Chopped liver is brazy. Anywho, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, GMGers, GMGettes, it's Friday. Hopefully, y'all will come back later on this evening. I got some business calls to take, but hopefully, some of y'all will come back. If not all of y'all will come back for Feel the Love Fridays. The very grown, the very sexy, and sometimes salacious conversations that we have on Feel the Love Fridays tonight, 8 to 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, here on this good YouTube. So if you don't know, you better act like you know. Tell a friend to bring that ass on in. You hear me? Oh, it's always gonna be a good topic, Nate. When have I let you down? When have I let you down? Wow, wow. Listen, I might carry over some of this conversation into the night, since you talk about telling Rich to fly out, and he talk about call me daddy, since you saying the only people you will fly out is your daddy and your son. He's saying, "Oh, call me daddy, fly daddy, yeah." Listen. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, y'all know what I like to say. Smile, because you never know what it might do uh, for somebody, including yourself. More importantly, love on somebody on purpose, with purpose. And last but not least, I'm not anti you, but I am pro me, with the emphasis on building we. Let that marinate in your melon to the next time we can chop it up and have a tay to tay. Hey, hey, until that day, I holla.
One big happy family. We're GMG. One big happy family. Hey, hey, thank you for tuning in. Make sure you come back again. Tell a friend, tell a friend. It's GMG and Big Phil Speech. Yeah,
I'm out, ladies and gentlemen. Y'all have a wonderful day. I'll see y'all later on. I'll see y'all on these internet streets somewhere, somehow, some way. Yay, yay. You feel me?